ladies and gentlemen. My name is Isaac, and today I'm going to review a movie called Ford vs. Ferrari. If you guys are unfamiliar with this movie, let's just say it stars Matt Damon and Christian Bale, and also it is directed by the man who brought you Walk the Line, 3:10 to Yuma, and also the recent film Logan. So it really starts off by having two characters by the name of Ken Miles and Carroll Shelby. Carroll Shelby used to be a race car driver until he got injured, and he decides to work on cars, which he mostly decorates cars and really fix the cars. While Ken Miles, he's a World War II veteran from the UK, and he really is a professional race car driver. So they both meet up and they decide that, hey, it'll be cool if we actually beat Ferrari for once, After all, they have won for the past couple of years in Le Mans. So they decide to get connections with Ford under the leadership of Henry Ford II. And if you guys are unfamiliar with Henry Ford II, he's not the son of Henry Ford. Nevertheless, he is the son of Enzo Ford, who Enzo Ford is actually the son of Henry Ford. So it's kind of crazy, but sometimes Henry Ford doesn't want to name Henry Ford Jr. after him, so he decided to name his son Enzo. Yeah, what a coincidence. So if anybody's unfamiliar with Le Mans, let's just say it's kind of like NASCAR and Formula 1, but nevertheless, instead of taking a couple hours to finish the race, it's actually 24 hours. And yes, the Le Mans is really a competitive sport, especially through the racing world. And yes, it is tough because it has really dangerous tracks and also dangerous curves, and some race car drivers actually died in Le Mans, so it's not a surprise why they call it one of the most fastest and dangerous race car circuits in the world. So that's what Ford really wants to be Ferrari. After all, Ferrari has been dominant in Le Mans for the past couple of years. Speaking of Ferrari, on the right side is Enzo Ferrari. He's really the founding father of Ferrari and also a member of the Ferrari race car team. So the reason why Ford really wants to compete against Ferrari is because originally Ford wanted to buy Ferrari at a good price. The only thing is that Enzo Ferrari should not be in charge of his racing car team. But it really fell off when Fiat decided to buy Ferrari and told them that you can keep the race car team as long as we get your cars, the other Ferrari cars. And Enzo said, okay, I'd like to be part of the race car team, but you can still control the Ferrari cars if you like. So Fiat and Ferrari signed a deal, and Ford was never negotiated again with Ferrari. That resulted in Henry Ford II to really compete against Enzo Ferrari in Le Mans because he really felt like they got cheated and they felt like they need to beat the heck out of Ferrari once and for all. So I'm gonna talk about the good things about this movie. First off, I really love the director James Mangold. He's right there in the center. What I really like him is that he's really a fascinating director. After all, he really makes some of the best movies of all time, especially Walk the Line, which is a movie about Johnny Cash starring Joaquin Phoenix. 3:10 to Yuma, which he collaborated with Russell Crowe and Christian Bale in the remake of the 1957 movie. And let's not forget Logan, which he have Hugh Jackman for his last time as Wolverine. So I'm really surprised that James Mangold took the head of this production, and I'm really happy. And he should have won an Oscar, but unfortunately he didn't get nominated. But I'm really happy that he did a fantastic job with this movie, so I give him props for that. I also enjoyed the characters and as well as the performances. I really like Christian Bale's performance as Ken Miles and also Matt Damon's performance as Carroll Shelby, but also like the supporting cast like Henry Ford II, the people who work with him, and as well as Molly Miles. And I think Molly Miles is a great representation of women. I felt like she wasn't sexualized. She's really a smart person who knows about cars, who really cares about her husband, and she really devoted towards helping her son. So she's really a good character. I don't know why people were criticizing her. I mean, I know there's only one female character in the movie, but she's really thoughtful, she's really smart, she really cares about her husband, and I felt she did a really amazing job. And also she's a badass because the way she drives in one scene is that she really wanted to confront Ken what was he doing in the middle of the night, and because he didn't give her an answer, she decided to speed like a speed demon, and I really enjoyed it. I felt like she's a great character, and the actress really did a fantastic job, and she really deserved the prize. So congrats. And finally, I give props to the people who created the race car scenes. I mean, I know that it's really impossible to make the scenes really great, but James Mangold really did a fantastic job of using little CGI as possible and using the real deal by using the real cars. Well, to be honest, he used miniature cars and also like fake cars because he can't crash the real ones. But I'm really happy that he put a lot of effort to it to make it look so realistic. And also have to give shout out to um, the people who made the sound and the people who edited because they really deserve the Oscars and they really did a fantastic job. So yeah, that's probably one of the reasons why Ford and Ferrari are really good at. To be honest, I never expect Ford vs. Ferrari to be a big hit because it was in a battle between Charlie's Angels. But since people don't like remakes, they like the original, so they decided to choose Ford vs. Ferrari, and I think they made an excellent choice. Even though I didn't get the chance to see it in theaters, but I did have the opportunity to buy on Blu-ray, and let me just say that it's really great. I give this movie a 9.5 out of 10. It's really nearly perfect, but I felt like that's the best score I can give it. And I know some of you all saying like, I give this a 10, I give this an 8 or 7. Well, that's your opinion. But my opinion is that I really give Ford vs. Ferrari that score because I felt like it did a fantastic job, even though it only managed to get 4 Oscar nominations. But I don't care. As long as they win 1 or 2, that's fine. After all, I mean, it's just awards. I mean, the only thing I give credit is how they managed to do the film and how well they did it. So I give props to James Mangold, Christian Bale, Matt Damon, the writing team, the visual effects team, everybody involved with this movie. So yeah, that's you guys. You did a fantastic job, and I give you props for that. Thank you guys for watching this recent video. If you really want to subscribe, just click on the red button below, and also make sure to watch any of my future videos or my past videos. But until then, I'll see you guys around. Hope you guys are doing well, and have a nice day.